the next setup we'll go over is a drag to a double. As we had talked about in the first instructional, the basic drag position is for me to be able to get his wrist and high on his arm, knowing that in all likelihood, reality dictates that I'm probably going to be sliding down, especially if he's slippery. I've got to drag the arm past, and now this is very similar to the elbow jam insofar as I'm going to be attacking in, and I'm going to be jamming the elbow to his lower abdomen. Now, in this type of an attack, what I want to do is I want to be able to get this quick to this position here as I'm lowering my level. When I blast through, I should be able to hit him at a good angle automatically because the drag changes the angle that he's facing me. As you can kind of see, Colby is facing you square. My back is facing. If I pulled him to this position and I lowered my level and I attack, you can see there's an angle already created there. As I drag and lower my level, you'll notice I have an angle automatically created there. So in this attack, ultimately, my direction is pretty much going to be in a straight line. That angle has already been created. So as I attack straight into Colby from that position, I'm actually already at that 45-degree angle. And I'm going to drive through. So we'll break this down. I'm going to drag, lower my level at the same time. I want to drag and lower my level at the same time. Remember, it's important that I keep a tight circle on the drag here, and that this hand, the initial wrist hand, and the hand underneath the shoulder here, the armpit, is almost simultaneous. It needs to be quick. You can't have a lot of time between this and this, otherwise the opportunity is gone. And the other thing is, I want to be able to lower my level at the same time, just like I wanted to lower my level when I did the head rake. Okay, same thing with the drag. Now, this time when I lower my level, I'll go in for the double. Notice, I'm always trying to get the weight on that far leg, always trying to keep momentum through. The next position is going to be from the head and arm. Remember, I mentioned in the first instructional that there are times when you're going to be attacking the legs, times when you're going to be attacking the head. And one of the things that's important is that you can learn to kind of go back and forth depending upon what's open. So, for example, if I tried attacking Colby's leg and his head comes down, that may give me the opportunity for a head and arm. We'll go over more of those details in a future instructional, but let's presume I'm here right now. Let's also presume Colby is a real stud here, which he is, and I'm trying to pull him down, but I can't. And we're going to presume further that he's going to be able to ultimately power out. Now, when my opponent powers out, that gives me the opportunity to do two things. One is a double. Another good attack is a single leg. We'll go over that in the single leg series. But the crucial point, when I let my partner or my opponent go from the head and arm here, I'm going to maintain contact to the very last smidgen of a second. As Colby powers up, just come slow. You see, notice he's up, but I'm just trying to hold him even here a little bit with my chin. Then I'm going to come down to attack. It's important I do not do this. If he's in here, I'm not going to let him go to where there's space and then try to come in. In all likelihood, there's too much of a gap in time that he'll be able to respond and successfully defend my attack. So, in this situation, I'm fighting in here, or maybe I'm fighting in here, and I got his head, I'm sagging. What is he doing? He's really got to push up. Okay, I'm not going to make this easy for him. He has to earn it. I'd much prefer just to bring him to the mat, But in this situation, Colby is just outgunning me here. So as soon as he comes out, notice I'm maintaining contact. Boom. That's when I'm going to attack. The crucial thing about that type of an attack, when I'm controlling the head or his upper body in that way, and he's powering up, is that I need to minimize the time between my letting go of his head and attacking. And actually, when I get to the single leg, you'll see that there is actually no point where I actually totally let go of him. I really have to let go ultimately to do the double leg takedown, but I'm going to hold on to him as much as I can for as long as I can. So I have a head and arm, or maybe just the head. I'm sagging. Now notice he's coming down. I'm just sliding, driving in. I have his head, and I'm sagging. Notice, by the way, I'm not sagging like this. We'll get more into this, particularly on the single leg series. I'm sagging with my weight. I'm not using my stomach muscles. I'm using my weight. Same thing here. I'm sagging. I'm going to keep my legs back so if he tries to grab them, no problem. But I'm sagging down here. Okay? Colby is pulling up hard. I'm feeling I'm losing it. I can't hold on. You'll notice I maintain as close contact as possible throughout. Right when he's coming out, I'm already pretty low because I've been really tugging his head down. And I'm trying to get his hips down, so my hips are already low. By the time he pops out, I don't have to go down much lower. I can just start attacking in. Notice, when he's pulling his head up, where is his weight? He can't pull his head up if his weight is forward on the balls of his feet. He can only pull his head up successfully if the weight is further back. It's got to at least be equally distributed or further back towards the heels. Because I'm pulling him down and forward, he's got to be pulling back. Well, as you can see my feet here, as I'm pulling back, that's a point of vulnerability for me because I can't really adjust until I get my weight further forward, slightly at least, or more towards the balls of my feet. Remember, our stance, you want to keep the weight slightly forward. I'm most mobile there. So I'm hanging on to him really tight, so pulling him down and forward, for him to successfully get out, he's got to pull back, and he's got to have his weight back on his feet here. And once he gets out, this is a very vulnerable position right here because my weight is farther back towards my heels. And that's all I'm trying to do in that position. I'm hanging on Colby here. I'm sagging, he's popping out. This time I just have the head. I'm sagging, he's pulling out,